I'm going to tell you a little story. When I know Baby Sham, I'm a Spragga there apart. That was even before Assassin. A Spragga. I knew Baby Sham through Spragga. Spragga, I remember the same swing easy rhythm we made up on. Oh, this is your fate. Remember Spragga and Baby Sham had a combination, and Spragga brought him to the studio that day. No come in here, patience in here. Swimming with a brain, you understand what I say? Mm-hmm. I think that was the first time I met Sham. That was the introduction. So, I Spragga youth. You see me I say? You have to give credit where credit is due. I Spragga response to bring him around. Maybe through the whole doing part link. Spragga used to play a sound from doing part named Labens and Earl. The whole topless crew with Escuff for them and Daddy all them and you see me I say? Yeah. I heard Wayne give a version say Daddy I'll bring him come to do a dub plate, a combination, and that was how he met him. But me meet him through Spragga bring him around, because Spragga used to come up Penthouse. Spragga is a youth where him respect. Anyway him go, him get him respect as a youth. Just in militancy, so him come up Penthouse and Jermaine rate him and respect him too. Dave rate him and respect him too. So Spragga bring a youth come and say a female youth. Nobody now go question that. See me I say?
Came in now. So then when you transferred over now to Madhouse, this is when the Alias Project was born.
Yes, sir.
Who was all part of Alias Project at this time here now?
The Alias Project was consist of Ken Wonder, Frisco Kid, Easy, Baby Sham, Frankie Sly, and The Stranger.
Stranger, which is Dave Kelly.
Well, Skelly Belly. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you guys even come up? Because this is one of these most creative type of groups where it's like, at this time here now, you guys are really experimenting with the music at this time here now.
Definitely.
How did you guys come up with this Alias thing in the first place, and what was that supposed to mean or do?
Well, the Alias Project, it was a movement basically at the time. We used to have a motto where we have said, it's not about the recognition, it's not about the hype, it's not about egos or individual. It's about the music and the work that needs to be done. So, at that time, it was just the music we are dealing with. And it was just a set of youths with a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity. We just try to make good music, different type of music. We just want to make hit music at the time. So, Dave with the vision, Dave Kelly with the vision at the time. You know, him always have a vision for music. And he may not just put other crew together because other crew fall apart. As I said, the show must go on. You see me I say? The show must go on. Mm-hmm. So, a new youngster with a hunger, Baby Sham. You know me I say? We had Frisco Kid, because all of us are the Alias name. That's how the idea came. Alias. All of us, even though my name Frank is like, me had other Alias. We ain't one that name, we ain't one them about Alias.
What was everybody's alias, if you remember?
Frisco Kid, Bops. You know more could have look a back there. Mm-hmm. We ain't one that was surprised. Frankie Sly was juke them.
Juke them?
Yeah, juke them. Hard. Yeah, Dave Kelly was stranger. Baby Sham was just enjoy yourself in the studio and make music.
You could tell when you listen to the music, you could tell that this was fun, we're experimenting, and we're trying, because you guys were the first one to bring in this word into the music scene, which was fussy. Fussy whore. You guys were the first ones that actually put that on her.
Fussy. The definition of fussy is lesion of the skin. That means it's a sore. You know, sore can have all pussy night, you know. So anyway, pussy was just a substitute for the other word. As you know, as Jamaican, I two things Jamaican love tell about when them a pussy. Either you pee, or them tell about your mother. You see what I say? So fussy was a word where to substitute for the P word. Because we go, even though we go rough, we go good. Come on, real talk.
You get it. There was
and
another...
until this day, almost 25 years later, people still have said, Herschel, you can still call a man fussy. And it not sound like, it not sound derogatory. Yeah.
Crazy, because another thing that you guys did with these experimenting, you guys were the ones that put the hard P on Pusua. Pusua. That was you guys that did that again. How did you guys come up with these things that you guys are doing at this time here now?
We are working with a musical genius. Stranger. Dave Kelly Belly. Well spelled. Yeah man, he's a musical genius here. Sometimes some things when come up with, but you have to understand, it's life, you know. Everybody have a gift, you know. That's just his gift. Yeah, man. He's just a genius in what he does. Can't take that from him.
Yeah.
You have to give him flowers.
Because even back then, with a lot of the recording, because I know Dave Kelly, a lot of people would say Dave Kelly, he likes to write and produce a lot of this stuff. Even your songs, was Dave writing them too, or you were writing most of them, or was a effort between the whole camp to come up with these stuff here?
As I said, nothing like a collective effort. 5 head better than 1, 2 head better than 1, 3 head better than 1, 4. So once we're in the studio, and if it's a Frisco Kid song, for example, and we all have an input, it's a better than if a Frisco alone is sitting down and write it. If it's a Wayne Wonder song, and a Wayne alone sit down and write it, it's a better if a 3 with it there, or a 5 with it there. You understand? So a lot of the songs were collective effort. A lot of them was Dave Kelly idea, but the collective effort, that's what made them so bad. In a good way.
Crazy, because I know another one, this is again where you guys took this to another dimension, was when David put out the Bug Rhythm and you would put out Haters Anthem. How did you come up with this here now?
So the Haters Anthem, that's one of the most personal songs I've ever recorded. Because it's a time of my life when I go through a phase. Yeah, I go through a little dark moment where a lot of things that go on in my life. Where some youth that hate for me out of east, and it created a lot of tension. Yeah man, and through the whole thing there, we have to just take music for it. You know me I say, cause we could have take violence for it. But you know how that go. Police win that. See me I say? So you have to be smart, you have to think. And at the time I probably would have did move out of context if I didn't have good friends. Yeah. If I never have good friends at the time, if I never have my friend them around me, the Alias Project, I probably would have charged to murder. Yeah, probably they would be no Frankie Slide to them, probably that dead or that they're in prison. Or probably just look for release from prison. And when I'm a little brother end up charged all for murder, God rest him soul now, he end up dead now too. You see me I say, so that was a dark period in my life where and there's a lot of things that happened. And the Bug Rhythm came around and there was so much things happening in my life. I have to just write about what go on in my life, me and my friend them. I remember distinctively, when me and Dave sit down the day, Dave look for me, look straight in my eye and I say, boy, I juke them. so much tune in your life right now. You have so much things that go on in your life where. Yeah, man, the real thing I tell you, there's so much things to write about, so that's why that's one of the most personal song I've ever recorded, The Haters Anthem. Every line in it means something to me. Yeah, man.
Would you say at this time you had 1 foot in the industry and 1 foot in the streets at the same time?
Not necessarily. Because even though I yielded temptations, as Mr. I have good friends around me that kept me grounded. Especially Dave Kelly at the time. Because there was a time when, as quiet and as simple as Wayne Wonder is, Wayne I say, yo, Sly, what am I deal with? And what am I deal with? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And Dave Kelly said, Frankie Sly, now listen to Wayne Wonder. Man say, yo, fast soul. Real thing I tell you, fast soul and mash up the place. I draw them one, draw you out. Now make them draw you out. Real talk me I tell you, Dave Kelly said that to me. So Wayne I say, yo, Sly, we don't want to deal with anything or anything. As simple as you see Wayne there. Don't take him simple. Yeah, but that's a Sly, we don't want to deal with anything or anything. And Dave says, Sly, now listen, Wayne Wonder, don't make them dry you out. And those was the type of words that kept me grounded and know, say, here. Yeah, man, that's why sometimes you have to have good friends around you. And at that, you know, with enough of the youth them right now in Jamaica way. So if them would have virgin way, would have show them, say, yo, that's not necessary. A lot of youth wouldn't go down the wrong path. Because I could have gone down the wrong path at that time. I could have probably beat it up to the men, and a bag of things could happen. And my life would have different today. But as I say, we'll have good virgin will keep us grounded, you know? Yes, I.
So was it more like a situation where they figured you shouldn't be getting this spotlight now for whatever the reason is, because I guess you're from this area, they figure somebody else should get it? Where was all the bad mind and hate really coming from?
I just the ghetto, you know. Jamaican ghetto, you know. And if you know the ghettos of Jamaica, you relate to any little youth in the ghetto, most of them have a story where sometimes you need to chat to your neighbor, even though there's a fence separate, you know. You don't agree for whatever reason. You understand what I mean? I say sometimes I'm on a bad mind even for a shirt, you know. Shirt that look nice and you put it on and come out and you get 2 compliments from the girls and 2 girls say, what a nice shirt, you look nice like. And a youth does, a next youth does it. True, probably did like that girl, and she'll tell you, say, that shirt that look nice for you, and just start eating. So, I just get a lot of Jamaica. And I tell us the garrison where people eat by here for different reasons. So, I just have some youth that say 8 and a 9 and a 10, you know? Yeah, man, and a bunch of unnecessary stuff them that I eat for, you know? Them I eat. Most of the eating there come from just so me a flex. Because as Mr. Member, you know, but tell us from me meet we in one other night there. Up at Dunno. And me start shove out. And go to studio. My life change. So me no come on the corner, come sit down no more. And idle. Me there studio the whole day. Sometime at 12, 1 o'clock at night, we in a drop my work. Or Buju drop my home. So the man I see you apart, we in one night and Buju Bantan apart. And it's not like you switch for your friend them, but the time when you used to give them, you don't have the time for them no more. Because you try to do something with your life. And a lot of people, I know Jamaican, they not do nothing for their life, so they're not going to like that. You have some people who are glad for you, but some are not going glad for you. That's just the get up. Yeah, man. Natural.
Crazy. Because even keeping in the same vein there, I mean, in 2000s on the bounce rhythm, you came out with, you know what I mean? Man. This was another one of your, this is in that same type of
man. Then I'm
vein there.
I tell us at the time, I just write about my life, and that's what I'm going in my life. Yeah, man. The first of them are slipping up, I fit for me hipping up, only for extra clipping up, box all of the tipping up, sickle rubber gripping up, for bust up all the blipping up. Now make me offended up my sextant, show I push on you skating up, who I play a hating up, my sister them are baiting up, wait with us and waiting up, dying for about them lating up, trying to test my fating up. Now make me offended up my sextant, last time I pint up in them face, shape them in them waist, think them would have defend it and chase the boy chasing, ready for them casing, for putting all them places. Now me boy up in it up a stand, I'm tell them say, don't you try for this, my car, my naga run. Me hear say that them love to flip up on them troublesome, and all a pint of paste them body like a bubble gum, but them woman come and them nine like come yam fish and bun. Yeah man, them song the personal to I man. True life story, you know.
Because when those songs came out, this was like when Mataran was hot. Stone Love was still crazy at those times. Fire Links fully loaded and all those things. You see when that song dropped, boss?
Yeah, man. Maggi at the time. Maggi was a man. Maggi was a man at the time. I'm going to give you a story about Maggi. Because sometimes some of the man them go like them remember, you know. Yeah, man. And kind of part of the business sometimes I don't understand. Alright, it's a Mataran. Alright, I wasn't really familiar with Mataran until the fully loaded with the broke out. Yeah, I didn't know much about him. I know of him and the Addies and like the way my Ricky Chopper down in a Portmore Entertainment Center and when Chopper killed them and whatever. That's basically the little I knew about him. But it's when broke out with him and make Dr. Dre from Renaissance. Our virgin, Dr. Dre was there with us every day. In the studio, because Dr. Dre our virgin. And Dr. Dre was there with us every day when the rhythm and make and Jeff Kelly I tell him say, yo! You know what, this is going to bust up the beach. Can fully loaded and forward, you see? And Dave say, you know what, this is going to bust up the beach. And I say, you mean? And Dave tell him, say, you can't get it for going to bust up the beach if you're going to bust up the beach as Dr. Dre. If you're going to bust up the beach as Dr. Dre, you can't get it. But not as Renaissance. I don't know what was going on with him at Renaissance at the time. Yeah. But that's what he told Dr. Dre. But you know, Dr. Dre now left him sound. So the kind of hard for him, you know. By this time, Killer tell Dave, say, yo, Mataran come for it, you know, give Mataran it. Dave say, Mata who? And I say, yeah man, Mataran, and him present the case for Mataran, Bounty Killer did. You know, and Dave listen, because at the same time, Dave have met the song them, him know a fire, him know say full loaded him want it break, but him still never decide because he tell us that he might introduce it to Dr. Dre. So him not really know who gonna play it. Probably gonna be Stone Love. More likely probably would be Stone Love. But Killer, so you have to give Killer you have to give Bounty Killer him props for that. Killer plead the case of Mataran without Mataran even there. Bounty Killer say, yo, Mataran, give Mataran it. See? So, as we said, Dave Kelly listen. And to even add to it, Killer pick up the phone and call Mataran and foreign. I say, yo, when you come to Jamaica? I like him. This probably would have been the midweek before. Yeah. I like him, I say, may I come Friday or Saturday, whenever. But he might come closer to the weekend. And Killer say, yo, as you come to Jamaica, call me. So Killer is responsible for that. So, by this time now, him done play the case for Mataran, forget it. Forget the breakout with it. So, We say, alright. We are going to put some dub plate on the rhythm for Mataran. Because remember, you have the juggling where I make, you know, the breakout juggling. So, Bounty Killer Vice dub. I don't remember exactly which dub him did. He probably did the Showtime song on it, if my memory serves me right. I voice on it, the Fussy. Wayne Wonder voice on it, Baby Sham voice on it. I don't remember who else, but a nice dub package went on the rhythm, plus the song them. So Mataran and a silver platter there waiting for it. So you know as him come off of the plane, him call Killer. I think on the Friday evening, if my memory serves me right. Or the Saturday evening, I think, or the Saturday. Come on, him call Killer and Killer tell him, say, yo, tell him which part for forward, run on the studio. And him come, that first me and meet Mataran. And him come, and when him come, the dot was there waiting for him with all the dubs. See? So watch this now. Remember me come from east. Arrows they are east. The dub them have to cut because them can't go play, them can't play upon the dot. So even though I get the dub them everything, and I pay for the dub them, and Dave get pay for them dub them. Dave gave me the money, because remember it's a taxi, whatever, bring him come at the studio. Killer now can't go Arrows to cut them. So them ask me if to take on that job that night. Being as east of my place, I carry Mataran and go cut them dub them. Now, I'm saying God rest Bill's soul and own Arrows. Late night, it's late the night, probably 8, 9 o'clock. So I get on my phone and I call Bill and I say, yo, Bill, I come out to come cut some dub. What time I close? And Bill say, yo, I close, you know. And I say, yo, Bill. That's why I tell you, say, some man, remember. I say, yo, Bill, I come cut some tune. I tell him the occasion, the fully loaded tune, and we are going to mash up the world tomorrow. And I say, yo, I beg you. And I say, the respect. Remember, I used to go up in my yard, we know that. So me and Bill had a good relationship then time. Dave give me the money for cut the dub there. If my memory serves me right, it was 6 dub plate. That a 24 song at the time. 6 dub. Whatever was dub plate money. I don't remember exactly what was the price at that time, but I'm giving the money for cut. And me him give the money. So Mataran even pay for them dub there. Give me the money for cut them. And as I say, east of my place, so me I carry him go out there. So in a my little Honda Civic, them tell me I have my own car. I have a little Honda Civic, my first car. I don't know him. Take him in my car. And we'll drive, go Arrows the night. I'll stop like me, bro. We reach out Elliston Road, forgot about Winner Road. You know, still put because we have to catch deal. For cut the dub them. You see me? We reach out Arrows and out of the respect when Bill have for we, wait for me. And when I go out there, I'm saying, I pay for 6, I go for pay for 6 dub plate. Bill look for me and say, Frankie, pay me for 4. So I get money for pay for 6. And Bill collect for 4. So I end up keep 2 of the dub plate money in my pocket. So I end up get all gas money. Because Mataran give me the gas money. I never need no money from him, but I just show you all everything. And the dub them cut. The next day, alright, remember, you know, I live at East, you know. Him could have find him where go home the night. I end up having to carry him to Portmore the night and mother yard about Maggie yard them time there. I don't know if you remember, but I remind him on podcast tonight. On muscle tonight. Remember good no Mataran, man? Remember no man? Alright, can everybody remember? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Alright, so sometime I just show you all the event. Carry him go in mother yard the night, drop him off and end up come back to my yard. Or I think I probably stay at Portmore the night because them time there, I have a yard at Portmore too. I remember exactly, yeah. And then the next day was fully loaded, the Sunday, because it was a Saturday, yeah, remember good now, Saturday. Him shell the beach. And him life changed from that day. Him life changed from that day, even though dirty wine and everything came after and everything. But that night there, chart the course of him life. I'm say so with no apology. Yeah man, some of us say some people remember. Remember. You have to remember The road to success. Remember the people that help you along the way. I mean, I say America, without Bounty Killer, it couldn't happen. Without Dave Kelly making the songs, it couldn't happen.
But without you linking Bill, it might not have happened. Without you driving, it might not have happened either.
It might not happen because I close, Bill are close. And out of the respect, you man can call Bill and tell Bill, say, hold on, me a forward. And then explaining to him the urgency, him a go wait. Because sometimes I just the respect. Yeah, man. I saw him go, man. And I used to matter around I talk to him, ask him if he's willing to, if he remember, because some of them have short memory too. I'm not saying he does, I don't know.
You're saying some of them. Some
people have short memory. Yeah, man, but I saw him go for sure.
That's wild. You brought up a name there. Bounty Killer. What was it like actually working with Bounty Killer back then? Because he wasn't really Madhouse, but he would come through, do some songs and do what he was doing. What was it like to actually be around Killer those times here?
Alright, it's a Killer. It's one of the most amazing talent I've ever seen. Just like Abuja Bantan, a Bounty Killer is one of the most outstanding talent I've ever seen. If you see Killer record, it's like one of the best you ever do it here, man. It was just all a good. Killer one of the nicest youth, even though people see the aura there. Bounty Killer, and if you're there around him, one of the nicest youth. Man. And one of the nicest youth you can ever know. And it was all good vibes, all good vibes, all good vibes. No matter the cross, angry, miserable, that's just a aura. But if you know the person, back then, run a madhouse, run the box, look at the name of the box, and Killer there. It was always a good vibes. It was always entertainment. Weed and smoke, we have beat some Guinness, we have all our vibes. Tune and write when time for record, them just go in there go execute. And you just have to stand up and watch him at work and just know say, yo, like you talk. But I mean, I see my jammies before that. You know what I mean? Because I remember some music of jammies, I'm going to go record and everything. I used to see him because the first time I met him, I don't know if he even remember this, was me and Butch got jammies go do some dub plate one day. Butch go do some dub. I will meet him the day and I remember have one song. They might talk about dub for dub, tell them go dub, them mama. And I never forget it. After I drive up, Buja and him had a conversation and Buja will tell him, say, yo, come check me a penthouse. Drive up, Buja say, yo, look at DJ, they're bad. That's the first time I met him. But fast forward now to when him come on my house, it was always a good vibes, man. It was always a good vibes. I mean, I give you a joke. And I'm glad to see the whole vibes that with DJ Khaled. Killer, because I met Khaled, DJ Khaled, through the whole Bounty Killer. Bounty Killer and DJ Khaled was so close. That's every time I met him through Bounty, because he usually come at my house, that's Khaled me attack. Come check Bounty. Anytime I'm there at Jamaica, our studio him come check, because Bounty, I don't know which part, but at this, he might come link Bounty, and he would have did it, we do it all day. Me and Khaled did get so cool, that's every time he come at Jamaica. There was a time when he come at Jamaica where I link me out personally, Khaled, because me and Kiki, I don't know if him still blaze, but me and Kiki did have a link where I mean it was a link to the link to make the link. Yeah. I mean, I don't see him in the years, and I love to see him in these days, and I love to see him growth and where he's at today, but you know, as I'm saying, memories don't live like people do. Yeah, leave it at that.
That's so wild, bro. Just being around and being in all of this flex here. If I ask you about Bounty, I have to ask you about Beanie, because Beanie came again. He wasn't really Madhouse, but he came and got some crazy hits out of Madhouse. What was it like now with Beanie Man around the camp at that time there?
Remember, I said Beanie been around, you know. we know Beanie from Penthouse days. Because I remember say, Beanie Man was Shocking Vibes. Shocking Vibes and Penthouse you see in a one yard. So we know Beanie from then. So Beanie was always, we know Beanie before Killer them. Beanie was always a good friend of him from long time. From long time. You understand? And Beanie is a youth where no matter what kind of day where you have, no matter what kind of day you have it. And Beanie come around, Beanie is a clown. When I say clown, not in a bad way, you know.
No, I know.
Where from him cut, you gonna laugh. It's a youth from him come around, him gonna just light up the air. The whole atmosphere, him gonna do something for you laugh. Or say, that's just Beanie. From me I tell you about from before him bus. So Beanie was always around. You know what I mean? From Penthouse days. Shocking Vibes him used to there, but as I say, people never used to say Shocking Vibes, used to say Penthouse, because it was Penthouse yard. Beanie was always around, man. So Beanie was always like family from a long time.
Those times there. There was another name that we brought up very early in the conversation, and he just passed the other day, Merciless. Did you ever connect with Merciless anytime back then?
Not really. I met him, and me and him really cool as far as I know, but just in the streets, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, my few interactions with him was run by Weepow, Stone Love. Yeah, because as I say, remember, Weepow, a lot of them early recordings was for Weepow, and I recorded for Weepow too. I recorded on some of them rhythms that he was on. Same, you know, remember I said that song on that rhythm too, you know? Okay. Yeah, I was on that rhythm, and that song named Tick on the Earth.
Yes. That was another one of your conscious, that was a bun type of song.
From the Pope fly down and put the keep on the earth. Bare things I want is like the land get blood thirst. Queen come back and everything just get worse. Bare accident and bare man skull. Yeah, man. You know? So I met him through that, but it's a youth where it's always a joy when you see him. You never get a negative energy from him. As rough as him seem, was always a nice youth. Yeah, man, God rest him soul, you know, Leonard Barkley, you know.
As you said, it's not an easy road out here. There's a lot of bends and turns and people who you meet in the industry and all type of stuff that happens in this industry right here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Crazy. Whatever happened to somebody else that was around a bit too? Whatever happened to Texture?
Oh, Texture. Whatever happened to Texture? Texture. Experience. Texture, that's, you know, that we know that brother, blood brother in a real life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's we know the younger brother. A motherfucker his youngest brother.
Yeah.
Blood brother. But sometimes Texture kind of move out of line sometimes, yeah, man. Sometimes him head chip, you know? Yeah, so sometimes a youth with us get erratic, so. But Texture live a foreign for a while, so. Yeah, you know, that's why I never see him for a while. But I think he's back in Jamaica now. I can't tell you much about him. You more have to ask me. So I know he's alive and alright. Put it like that.
Oh, good. As you said, because I know you even did you recorded some music for Bourgeois on the Cell Block label and on the Gardener label also.
Yeah, man, I did. I think I did a few. I remember what I did on them, but I know I did some recordings for it.
What was that like now recording on his label at this time?
It's like anything else. I'm a rhythm and you get a track kind of record, but I never nothing to like say no problem to do it. You know, we just did it at the time. Yeah.
And I know you recorded on Bounty's Priceless label also too. This was a song called Yadman.
I did. I don't remember some of them songs.
It was on the Virgin Island rhythm there.
Yeah, I'm going to send that one that come give me. I didn't remember it.
so much music, you know what I mean? But
I'm going to get a jam. I did a combination. I remember me and Wayne wanted a combination for them label one time for Bounty Killer. For whatever reason, I never heard about that song. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah. You never got in back then? You never wanted to get into production or anything, start putting out music?
No, not really.
That wasn't your thing?
No, it wasn't my thing. But
yeah, it's all good there. And how come at this time when the whole crew's doing all this, we never got a full body of work from you at this time here?
So that business here muscle. Sometimes that business here, it deals with some unfair and sometimes you get frustrated, you know? Sometimes you get frustrated and yeah man, sometimes Frankie Sliders take himself away, you know? Yeah man, but music always my first love. Yeah man, so we are always do music, but sometimes we don't like the end we get deals sometimes and sometimes make you dust, you know? After just pull back and looking at the mirror and evaluate yourself, you know? Yeah.
Okay, so then this is why I guess you didn't like what was happening. That's why you never put out a full body of work.
Not really. I mean, sometimes we have other things to do too, you know. So sometimes if we're there and we don't like the pace, we just get a break and just do other things too. See what I say? But as I said, music is always the first love. So no matter what we do, we have always do music. Even if it is not a priority, we always have to do it because it's an inborn thing. Music choose we never choose music, you know? Yeah.
Sure, because I know in I guess the early 2000s is when your career, you had all the big songs, but your career kind of slowed down a bit. Was this when you moved to the States or this was before you moved to the States?
That's when I moved to the States. Because I said that's the time when I hold up a drama there going on in my life, you know? Yeah, so sometimes you have to just take yourself away. Take yourself away because dead man are telling the tales, you know. And the greatest thing in life is life. I have to preserve life. And maybe if I never take myself away, I couldn't dare talk to you today. Yeah, so too much drama there going on in my life at that time. You have to just, you know, just reflect back on, you know what I mean? You have to just look back in the racer. Yeah, man.
Who was the first one to move to the States? Was it you or Wayne was the first one to move?
Wayne moved to the States before me still. Yeah. Yeah, Wayne migrated before me.
Okay, so it wasn't really an issue now that you moved to the States. You had a brethren there that you could link with or whatever the case was when you got up there.
Not really, you know, because Wayne was down south, I was up north. As a matter of fact, lying, Wayne was up north first. Yeah, but you know, little after I came to the States, he moved down south. So he must still just a phone call away, but he wasn't physical, I could have just to check him. But I have to jump on a plane. Yeah, so all of the things, and then Dave them migrate to and them was down south, and I go down south a couple of times and did some recordings only for Dave too at the time. I don't know if you remember the return with him and
yes, man.
And them time, you know? Yeah, we did some recordings up here.
So even then now, when you moved to the States, because you said a lot of stuff was happening in your life at this time, do you plan on still doing music when you got to the States, or you're just trying to leave all of that alone at that time there?
Obviously, we always had the music. We always love music. We migrate. We just didn't wing it at the time. But my more did that secure me. Because I said so much was happening around me. You see me I say? So much was happening around me. When I say a lot was happening. Yeah, people dead. I look at brother charge here, murder. A whole lot of things happen. So I just had to take myself away. No? We love music and we can do music from anywhere. We just step away for a minute because of all the happenings that was happening. You know what I say? And just make it work itself out.
You understand? Has there been any point in your career where you actually fell out of love with the music itself?
Never fall out of love with music, but sometimes the business different from music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Never fall out of love with music, but it's the business, it's a perilous, grimy business. So sometimes you have mixed feelings, you know. It's like a girl where you have one. You know, I get 100 from her, so sometimes you have mixed feelings, you know. Yeah, but that's the business part of it. But music itself, never fall out of love with music. Never have and never will.
Good one. When did you actually learn the business of the business?
Learn the business of the business from early out, you know. I remember I said the type of people that I'm there around. I understand the business from early out. So the business is never yet something I misunderstood or I didn't understand. And that's why I don't like the business. Because it's a grimy business.
I tell people, when you're on the streets, people are going to rob you with a gun. You see, when you're in the music business, people are going to rob you with a pen, boss.
Yeah,
you understand? Yeah. It's so wild. You understand?
Yeah, rough business, man.
Mm-hmm. Because, as I said, I knew you were away for a while, but then I knew you had put out a song called On a Jamaica This. But you recorded that song, I think, twice.
No, I did a song called Jamaica. This is a different song from Jamaica Like This.
Yes, you're right. That's why I was mixing up, because the themes are very similar.
Very similar.
Yes, but
I was actually in the 1980s. And I survived it out through all of the 90s. Been through several political parties, but I have never seen Jamaica like this. Been through Siaga them time and the manless. Tony Brown George flash the cup of them and Starkies. Jim Brown, Bucky Marshall, and Christopher and Clady. Never see Jamaica like this. Tell me how the youth them get so vicious, how the youth them get so vile. It's like some of them have the heart of a crocodile. All them DNA are linked back to some reptile. It's like the for the youth them blood a boil. You see them around the place like some Taliban style or some John Wayne days when the West was wild. Imagine them stick up and them rob the whole Kyle. I still turn around and then murder the child. I come back on the corner and come over a profile. I smile. Let them do something worthwhile. They better know some father got to lock them file. I wonder where it's not to take for some of them reconcile. I was a kid in the 1980s. And I survived. And the new one is like, I know Jamaica this. I couldn't Jamaica this. Every youth are pretty bad this. I couldn't Jamaica this. You them have some big fat matic. I couldn't Jamaica this. And no for them afraid for bus it. I couldn't Jamaica this. So I two different songs, you know.
And again, you could tell you're writing about what you see, what you feel, what you hear. Because you're coming from the heart.
Yeah, man, we have some of them when I love Jamaica, man, no matter what I go on. At Jamaica, we love, you know. We love Jamaica. There's no place in the world like Jamaica, you know. But when you sit back and you see the news and you see what go on, you see all a man kill all 4 picnic and a mother. He cut all, stab up and cut up all a little 23-month-old baby. And Jamaica this, brother. So, a real thing, man. Them sang the true, man. I mean, you wish if the people that may spin the music, they'd see it that way there, you know? Because the type of music that them are focused on, people can say what they want to say. Music influence people.
For sure.
Music influence people. And if you feel like music will influence people, how is it if a man and a woman get married? See? Them have an intimate moment where you get passionate and dance to a love song. Music influence people, no matter what them say. So you have to know where I'm not perfect, you know, I get me wrong, you know, because I do a whole heap of gangster song, you know. But there's still a limit to what you do. You see me answer? I do X-rated song, but there's still a limit to what you do. But to each his own. I leave it at that.
But you figure if you could put out gangster, girls, X-rated, you must could put out a conscious too, just to bounce it back. But you've been doing conscious from the beginning of your career also, so it's a mix of everything that you've been putting out.
Yeah, because life consists of so much entity. Where there's reality, there's hardcore reality, cause I couldn't Jamaica this a hardcore reality same way. And once you face a reality same way. And even grab it up a reality same way, cause I have some girl fat till them buff. And even want a real. So, alright. How me do music? Most music me do and a friction. A real thing. Life itself, you know what I mean? Things that happen around you. Or things that happen on a daily basis, you know? Yeah, most of the time I write off of the environment. Yeah.
I could definitely see that there. And that brings us up to your new song right now with somebody you could see that's not your brethren. This is your brother, Wayne Wonder. Your new song and visuals, Party All Night. All right. How do you guys come up with that new song there? And why do you guys decide to put this out there now?
Because it's appropriate time. After a pandemic, the place locked down for almost 3 years. All I want to do is party all night long. No party I can't. You understand what I say? All I want to do is party all night. So I think the timing was perfect. How did I came up with a song like that? I didn't came up with that idea. My little brother did.
Okay.
Yeah, my little brother did. His name is Jim Reds. Upcoming artist, bad artist too, bad songwriter. So me asleep one night and him call me. I say, yo Frankie Sly, I have a bad idea. And from him, a little part of me in my ears. I say, hold on, let me get the singer up on the line. Yeah, because when I utter, I can't sing. And I know say if we don't want to execute that and put a twist to it and an addition to it, it could be what it is today, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, so as I say, music, you know, 3 heads are always better than one. So by my little brother calling me and him utter to me that night there, and me call Wayne Wonder, and we have a 3-way conversation. The rest is history. But we still have to give Jim Reds the credit, because without him, it couldn't happen. But then again, without Wayne Wonder, it couldn't happen. But then again, without I, because by him calling to me, and me, it's a relay. Teamwork by the dreamwork, you know. And then, don't forget that the producer, Pete Star, One House Records.
One House Records, yeah, man.
Yes. I was already in dialogue with Pete Star because I already had the rhythm. My brother already had the rhythm because I film school virgin. He's a pilot, so how the idea came up, I had to say to the Pete Star earlier that day. One House Record, and he sent me the rhythm. My brother already had the rhythm. So he did already a vibe to it. I got the rhythm that day. So he know me have the rhythm, so I guess he just have vibe the rhythm, he made a song for the rhythm, and he called me with the idea. So the idea was made for the rhythm. So big up One House Records, you know. Big up Virgin Pete Star, Sky Boss, you know. He's actually a pilot.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in the ear, probably in the ear right now with probably changing people's life in his hand, you know?
That's so wild, but producers on the side.
Yeah, man, because him love music. And him is an artist too.
Okay.
But coming soon at the nearest theater, you know?
Yeah. Got you. And even the visuals, because that's one thing